let's see, he made bullets. I think they found the weapon, or at least like the barrel or some part of the weapon at his work. What he had done, it came out that what he had done after being arrested was drive to Portland with his girlfriend, or wife, yeah, with his wife. Changed out the changed the tires in the window. So yeah, I know, super uplifting, right? This is a great story. But if you don't mind, I'll continue. I don't know where I was, but anyway, so it eventually came to trial, and he represented himself, and you can watch that. You can watch people's trials. It's like free to the public, and they were listed on some website or something, and I actually sat down and watched him represent himself. How do I explain the experience? Like, cocky? What did he say? What did he say about it? He said he was fearing for his life because he had thrown a bottle at him and was cussing at him the whole time and all this stuff. But the interesting part is you can just watch him, you know, his eye blinking and his mannerisms were super not on the level, you know, not like somebody who's telling the truth. Definitely somebody who is got something else on their mind at the same time. And super fascinating to see somebody on the stand for a murder that I have met in real life. Just mind-boggling to say the least. But yeah, that's what it felt like to watch him. Was like, what's on his mind? You know, how is he sleeping at night and all these other things. Oh, I remember where we left off. I was telling you about him going to Portland and changing out his set of tires, and during that he had painted the wheels black, you know, because that always changes the look of a car. It can't be the same car if the wheels are black, you know, so he was covering it up. And yeah, and he didn't leave. The car stayed in his garage. And apparently how they arrested him was an anonymous tip, right? So probably a neighbor or something like that, or just somebody anonymous tip. Nobody knows, but the police made a sketch of the victim, because this was in broad daylight. He did this in like rush hour traffic. Shot his gun like 6 times and killed a man in rush hour traffic. There was plenty of witnesses, so they got a sketch of him, and then somebody saw the sketch, and then they cased his house. They cased the joint for something like a week, I think I read. And then they finally arrested him because they saw the car in the garage or something. I don't know. They had some kind of reasonable reason to bring him into custody, but he was free after he had done that for, I don't know, like a month or something like that. And then they just followed him. Is this working? This is not working. There we go. I thought about visiting him in the jail. I thought about just to talk to somebody that I felt like had definitely done this, and just ask, you know, what would I ask? You know, what response would I get? Frightening though to imagine the reality of what that would be like to visit with him. I did see an interview with somebody that was a friend of his talk about their experience and how he was behaving. And I have seen some other issues. There are other stories about him and what transpired, you know, on the internet and stuff from news sources. And I look into it every 3 months or something and find new information. But it just boggles my mind that somebody would do this and that I know that person or have known that person. So anyway, thanks for joining. I hope y'all are having a great day and y'all are super excited, but you got to take the ups with the downs. And the reality of life is that it bites us in the ass sometimes. But the thing that always captures me is, you know, what goes through his mind. You know, what could have gone through his mind when he's, you know, pointing his gun at somebody like that. And what I come to the conclusion is you know, you think about it enough, you absorb it into yourself, and then it's second nature. He probably had a few, more than a few times while he was driving and he was not happy, and he was just cussing under his breath. Nah, next time I'll do this, I'll do that, you know. And then he told himself, okay, next time that happens, I swear to God. Then he actually did it, or if it was unconscious and he just reacted, you know, because he was so mad. I think that he just did it because he got cut off or something, and I almost think that he did it because just for the thrill. But during the day on his way home, it was like 6 blocks from his house or something. It's just absurd. So I don't really have any answers, but I think about it all the time. So I thought I'd share it with you guys, and I don't know. I might not even upload this video, but if I do, I hope you don't hate it. So give it one of those if you don't hate it. Feel free to give it a thumbs down if you don't want to hear my mouth talk about crazy shit like this, because this is some crazy shit. And yeah, thanks for joining me, and hats off to America. Make sure you vote. All that good stuff. Anyway, I gotta go. Take care, everybody. Peace.